Now that we have our first account, we can have a little tour of the UI. This app is a typical Material UI app, which follows the Android UI framework, UI language. So it would look very familiar on Android, but probably much less usual for Windows or Mac or iPhone app. Nonetheless, we have a uniform UI. So the application looks exactly the same regardless of the platform. But it may take a little while to get used to if you are coming from iPhone background. So let's have a little tour of the UI. We have the application menu right here, the dot dot dot. So if you click here, it pops up the menu. And then we have a series of tabs here that you can either click on to go through, or you can swipe if you're on the phone. This demonstration is on the desktop, is captured on Windows, so I can't really swipe. Other than that, this is your main window. So we expect to spend most of the time here. And this one is showing you now the shielded address, the shielded sides of your account. I'm doing everything with Zcash, but it's exactly the same with Zcash. If you go here and you create a new account, so we will do that in a second, you can create a Zcash account. And the only difference here would be that the logo would be a Z instead of a Zcash logo. Currently, the UI is in simple mode, so many of the options are hidden. You can switch to advanced mode and reveal every option of the application by going to the settings. So settings is an option of the application menu, and click on advanced. When you change the settings, you have to confirm clicking on OK. Once you click OK, now you can see that there are way more options. But for the moment, let's go back to the simple UI, and let's get familiar with the simple stuff first. Let's go down and click on OK here. So this is your main account window. The simple mode word here is a reminder that the UI is in simple mode. Just below, you have the current block height that the wallet is synchronized to. If you only have one number and it's in white like this means that the wallet is fully synchronized, and this number represents the latest block height of this chain. So your wallet is up to date and fully synchronized with the data of the blockchain. Message here reminds you that actually every account has two sides. You have a shielded address, which is this one here, but you also have a transparent address. So if you want to switch between both of them, you just need to tap on the QR code. If you tap once and go to transparent, and then the address here begins, it's a S. So if an address that begins with a S is transparent for Zcash. An address that begins with a T would be transparent for Zcash. It's a bit different. If you want to go back to shielded, tap on the QR code again. And now we are back to the shielded sides. So again, every account has shielded and transparent addresses, which are both saved with the same backup seed phrase. The coins that you have in each of these addresses will be different. So the balance here is shown as 0, but this is a new account. If I click on that and also see 0, but it happens that both sides of this wallet, since it's a new wallet, both sides have a 0 balance. But it's quite possible that you have some coins on the shielded side and other coins on the transparent side. They don't have to be the same balance. So this number here may be different. And we show that the color would change to indicate whether it's a shielded or it's transparent. So below you have your shielded your address. The address is fairly long, and we don't need to show everything here because it's very rare that you actually will have to spell it out completely. So instead, we show you the beginning of the address and the end, and the same for transparent. If you want to copy the full address to the clipboard, you can tap on this icon here, just copy. And now you can paste that address to into some other application. The option here is to generate a payment URI. So the option for payment URI allows you to create a request to be paid in ZEC or YEC. It would automatically populate the QR code with your address, and you can optionally also stipulate the amount that you want to receive. For example, if you put here 5,000, this QR code, and then tap on the QR code. This QR code, if you scan it with the compatible wallet, so obviously Y Wallet would recognize it. If you scan this QR code from the barcode reader, so whether it's the application Y Wallet or it's the system-wide barcode reader, it will recognize that this is indeed a payment URI for Y Wallet, and it will ask you to open Y Wallet and confirm the payment. So this is a quick way to send coins, to ask to receive coins. So below we saw the balance. The balance shows it is shown up to the milli unit in big numbers, and if you want to see the rest of if you can see the rest of the digits up to the Satoshi and small numbers here. Then you have the equivalent of this balance in US dollars. So this is also zero because. And then you have the equivalent of 1 YEC in USD. This value here can be also changed in the settings. If you prefer to have a different fiat currency, reference fiat currency, for example, you want to have euros, or you want to have Bitcoin as a reference, you can go to the settings. That would be an advanced menu option. So first you need to change to advanced. Confirm, and now you can scroll down here and choose another currency. So we have all these currencies here. For example, if we want to compare with Bitcoin, then we can use BTC, and then confirm. And now the reference will be BTC. So 1 YEC is very little in BTC. So this is your main UI. Now let's create a new account, as promised, and we'll now show you how to create additional accounts. So you go to the accounts menu, and then you press the plus button here. You give you specify which currency you want. So I want a Zcash account, and I will call it main Zcash account. Main Zcash. If you leave this box empty, the application, the wallet would create a new account. If you want to do that, so I leave it empty. And again, this will show you now a new backup seed that you should also save, because each account will have a different seed phrase unless they are created as sub-accounts of each other. By default, you will have a different seed phrase. Therefore, you need to back up all of this. In the future, I will show you a way to back up all your accounts at once. But for the moment, let's assume that all these phrases have to be saved independently. So I assume I've done this, and then I click on I've made my backup. Now you can select this account. And then it shows you that we have now a Zcash, so Z here stands for Zcash, with a new address, and then a new address and new balance. Everything will be different. So again, should go back to simple UI. The new account needs to be scanned. Only the first account would have no scanning required. So to scan, you go to rescan here, and you can specify where you want to rescan from. This is a new wallet, so I don't need to scan from very far. So I'm going to choose today. So 22. This is 1st of July, and then this is gonna scan from today. So So we just need to wait a little bit. So you see the little animation while we scan, and this is up to date. All right, this was an introduction to the main UI, and now we have created our second account. So now we have an account for Zcash and an account for Ycash. In the next video, I'm gonna put some money in this account, and then we can start playing with them.